boy. Boy, oh boy. It is a scorcher today. The worst heat wave we've had maybe ever around here. And today is, of course, the day that I wanted to get everything done. Today was the day I wanted to run out of the house, look for a car. I wanted to go get groceries. Today was the day I wanted to get everything done. But of course, it's the day where we're hitting 103, 104, 105. Today's going crazy on the heat. So I've just stayed home. I've just stayed home like a good little boy. I've done nothing. Other than read a book. Finally. Put myself together a little bit. Started reading a little book. I'm reading The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Which you will have heard of. Hello. What's going on? I was just saying, I started reading The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy lately. And I have what I think might be an unpopular take about it. I don't think it's that good. Am I crazy? Am I crazy to say that? I've started... Ooh, very good. I've started reading The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and I just don't think it's that crazy good. I think it was very good, probably, definitely, in the context in which it was made. You know, when it first was created, I'm sure it was a very, very good book. Right now, I feel like the... Oh, okay, hell yeah. Thank you for the follow. Thank you very much. And it's just not that good right now, as far as I can tell. It just feels like a book that's doing a shtick that's been perfected. Honestly, that might not be a bad idea for greed mode. I might have to run with that. So yeah, I've started reading it. To be fair, I'm only like 50 pages in. And I did not know this about The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. It was originally a radio. It was like an audio drama to serial, like radio episodes type thing. I didn't know this about it. It was in the foreword. It had a foreword written by Neil Gaiman, which feels a little tainted right now in the light of everything that's been coming out about him. And holy man, you expect it out of everyone but Neil Gaiman. Why the hell him? Why would he? God. I mean, I haven't been on Tumblr for a while, but can't imagine they're taking it well over there. They love him so much. He's so active and everything. He's their little darling, and now suddenly turns out he's as bad as any other man that has millions of dollars. I am going to... Wow, I just died. Alright, lovely. But yeah, that's what I've been getting up to lately. I'm only 60 pages in, but I'm enjoying it pretty well, and I might need to hunt down these original audio version of the episodes, because it doesn't feel like oh, that feels decent. Damage up for sure. It's good. A lot of green. Let's open one of them. Yeah, that's good. There's this one podcast I started listening to a while back. I haven't ever finished it, but I feel like it kind of... It's based on Hitchhiker's Guide, at least the style is. You know, it's called Midnight Burger, and it's a very, very good podcast. If you've never heard it, if you've never listened to it, go listen to it. It's incredibly good, incredibly worthwhile. And it was just... It might be a little bit of an unfair assessment, because it's the whole standing on the shoulders of giants, right? The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy walked so Midnight Burger could run. But it feels very much like the same style. I might keep this guy alive, because, yep, see, it's so nice how they'll just pop up and explode things for you. That's very, very useful. And it gives me a bit of a break. I can go collect all my little coins. Very nice, very nice. So yeah, anyway, what's been going on? How's the week going? My week's been pretty normal-ish. It's been busy as hell at work, even though was this last week the 4-day week? It was Labor Day on Monday, right? That feels so long ago, I don't know why, but it was, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it was Labor Day. Yeah, I've just not been... It's just maybe because it was Labor Day. Typically, it follows with lab work, and if you don't know about this, well, I can just start ranting about my job, which is one of the things I do best. In lab work, you typically do a lot of protocols that are long, right? You start a protocol, you apply a treatment, you wait X amount of time, you apply a different treatment, you do observation here, observation there. There's a lot of it's very rare that you do an experiment that's like started and finished in one day. That doesn't really happen with lab work. So a lot of the protocols we have are adapted to the 5-day work week, right? So it's day 1 you prepare the cells, day 2 you treat them, and days 3 to 5 you typically observe. Now we haven't really been able to do that this week because of a 4-day week. But somehow my boss managed to squeeze a bunch of other shit into it. And it's just been... Whoa. Is this allowed? Can they just pop right on top of me, man? That doesn't feel correct. That doesn't feel legal. Doesn't feel nice. Ugh. Yep. Wow. Oh, I mean, weird, and maybe, you know, disregard this, and if it turns out to not be an issue. But I've been on the phone with freaking Spectrum, and the problem is, right? Problem is, I'm just kind of too good of a guy. Oh, hello, Brantula, how you doing? God, it is so hot in this room. I've got the AC set to cold, and it's still not good. Let me bring the temperature down a little. It is so hot today, man. So hot. Oof. Today's the kind of day that maybe feels like you should go for a long drive with the AC on or go to the beach. But of course, we didn't go to the beach because we're not idiots, right? The whole thing, and it's so fucked up that it's come to this. Going to the beach is a mind game now. Because it's like, don't want to go to the beach on the days where everyone else is going to the beach. Because then it's crowded as hell. No one wants to go to the beach when it's full. So the whole point of it is to go to the beach on the days where people don't want to go. But it still needs to be a day that's nice enough to go to the beach. So ultimately, you're playing these fucked up mind games. Where you're trying to get to the beach on days where people aren't going, but everyone's playing the game. It's not just you, Buster. You're not the smartest guy around. Everyone's trying to get this done. Sure, I mean, it's a gain. It's a key and a coin. 4-coin key. But then the issue is, you know, everyone's trying to do it. So I have to imagine on the days that are perfect for the beach, there's fucking no one at the beach. It's only on the days where where the second best days that are full of people. Because it's like they know that I know. Anyway. Maybe? Trying to avoid asking because I have no rush to see if it's platinum continuing back up. Yeah, so I don't know if you saw last time, but I wiped pretty bad with Cyrus, so I've been pretty demoralized. I want to play more platinum, and I'm glad that you want to see more, because I do want to play more. Okay, another follow, hell yeah. Wait, I'm pretty sure George Hatsu is our 69th. Jorge Hatsu is our 69th follower. Hola, how you doing? What's going on? I'd rather keep this. I might re-roll this one. There we go. That's a lot better. What's going on? You are the 69th follower on this channel. Yeah. Okay, so it was you that was there. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I need to build back better. I need to get strong again. I need to do the Cyrus fight one more time. And it is weighing so heavily on me because I know that's when I've been kind of coasting on base level Pokemon knowledge, but I know Platinum is a hard game. And with a combination of luck and other stuff, I've been managing to squeak by. I make you a promise. How about this? I make you a promise. This week, the weekdays, I've been kind of pushing Celeste hard because Celeste is the kind of game where you can just bang your head against the wall and eventually have a solution come. It's kind of different from Pokemon because you can't really lose Celeste. You just respawn, try again. But Tuesday and Thursday, we're gonna do a weekdays of Pokemon. We're going to relegate Celeste to the weekend, which is where it started and sort of where I intended to play it originally. It's just kind of taking over everything from me recently. But if you want to do it like that, we can do that. Now, of course, if I do that, you better be there because I'm gonna need some help. I need to plan out this whole stuff again. I need to do it all over again. But yeah, we can do Pokemon during the weekday. ¿Sabes español? Por supuesto que es español. Por eso está el español tab ahí puesta. Pasa que hablo en inglés la mayoría del tiempo porque vivo en Estados Unidos y la mayoría del tiempo la gente que cuando yo estoy en directo la mayoría de la gente que habla inglés. Pero sé que hablo español. Sí, soy de España yo. I'm about to die. Speaking in Spanish just broke my freaking my brain. I can't. Oh god. I need to think. I need to think up now. I need to go quiet mode and think. Join and help me plan. Please do. Please do. Oh my god. English or Spanish? What do you mean English or Spanish? I do both. I do both just as good, Buster. English and... Oh god, I knew it. I knew it. I want to get the greed mode unlocked so bad because I've been kind of on a roll on my main save with greedier mode right now. It's been making me feel very, very strong, very much like a big boy. So here I am once again. Okay, once again, damage up, fire rate down, everything is much the same. Chocolate milk. Okay, this run might actually be good. En inglés, your mom. ¿Qué significa? Your mom quiere decir tu madre. Your mom. Tu madre. Oh, and I can open this. Strength. Very good. Chocolate milk is incredibly good for just kind of sitting here. I do have bombs also. Wait, this run is actually starting kind of goated. Some coins for me, a bit of health for my troubles. Yeah, this is good. This is good. Okay, so yeah, I am very much looking forward then to the Pokemon because Lord knows I'll need it. El mod, the rules? No creo que lo tenga, no. No me suena, no. Suddenly I have to spin the plates. I have to one conversation I'm having in English, the other I'm having in Spanish. This stuff is going absolutely bananas now. I'm putting I'm using both sides of the brain right now. Oh yeah, but chocolate milk is where it's at for just the fire rate. Just immediately max fire rate if you want it. And then for a boss, just charge tears. Oh yeah. Now, of course, this is also like carpal tunnel speedrun because you just I have to be tapping the computer so fast. But there we go. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Charge it up. Get him good. Get him good. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. Oh man, kind of crazy. I just started streaming. We're at the 69 follower mark. That was, I mean, it's not like it was a mark that I was particularly looking for, Oh, I now get view botted. Oh my god, this is such an eventful freaking stream. It's okay, hang on, hang on. We just need a quick ban. Just need a quick ban. Get out of here. That's why we don't allow links around here. Not in this town, Buster. God, it is so hot. It is. I have the AC full blast. It's still not enough. There. Enough. What else was I going to talk about? I mean, cars, of course. Cars is sort of the main thing. It's been polluting the brain lately. I haven't even talked about this. My YouTube recommendeds has become pretty much entirely car content. It's very embarrassing, actually. Phew, I somehow survived there, just hugging the freaking wall. Okay, I can kind of actually feel the synapses activating right now. I've been drinking a Diet Coke since stream started. That's the drink of choice for today. We have a lot of canned drinks in the household at the moment. Is there a soul heart? No. Okay, that was for, but I picked it up. I was gonna say, I don't believe there was something like that. All right. Oh. All right. There we go. That was not bad. That was not bad. Is any of this good? I think it's all kind of good. Shit. Spectral tears, flight, but I don't want to do either of these on account of all the damage I've been taking in general. This is a thing that I rarely take into account, and it's sort of a thing I need to improve. I play the same when I'm playing by myself versus when I'm playing on stream. And when you're playing on stream, like, at least a solid 30% of the gaming ability disappears because instead you are trying to do all of this stuff, trying to get it worked out. This, I don't think I'm going to take any of these. I feel like angel deals are where it's at. Especially if you go the extra mile, you get the key pieces, etc. I feel like that's what it's about. Alright. First things first. Destroy rocks by walking into them. Minus 0.4 speed is not great. But, okay, but it heals 1 heart, so that kind of gives us leave to check out what the hell's going on here. There we go. That's keys for the next few floors. Sorted. And a heart. Okay, perfect. No, it's fine. And what's in here? Lemon mishap. Not ideal. Why is my range so bad now? My range wasn't this bad earlier. Hello? Is my range that bad? Holy shit, it might be. Is my range just 2? 2 is not a lot of range. Kind of need some range on me. I need the... Ooh, hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Now, of course, we need to be very careful with the ones that got the bombs. I think it's strictly better than nothing. And that's the best I can say about it. But yeah, now we can start going into here. Maybe get a little trapdoor. No trapdoor. That's alright. I might... No, not for this. But it's something that gives the range up. I might need to take, honestly. Like, I have 2 range. 2 range, that's nothing. No speed. No range. And it's so small. Didn't it used to be bigger? Did they nerf it? I swear, did I grab something that lowered my range? Was it just the experimental treatment? You can just die. Alright, well. I've still been completely enamored with my latest choice of car. which is a Saturn SL1. I don't see a lot of them on the street to begin with. I don't see any Saturns on account of the brand not existing anymore. Why must I love cars that don't love me back or aren't loved back by everyone else? But that is sort of the car that I'm into at the moment. I think I just need to charge up and hit him like that, because otherwise, with that tiny range I got going, it's not going to help anyone. But I also, in the enthusiast community, I don't see a lot of SL1s. I see a fair share of SL2s, which, if you don't know this, the distinction is 1 means 1 overhead camshaft versus 2, which means 2 overhead camshafts. And I think it's universally agreed that 2 overhead camshafts is better than 1. But it's still not like a bad car. From what people say, it has issues in that A, it burns oil. That's just a universal thing with that generation of Saturns. But it theoretically has an easy fix. The dealership doesn't need to know that, but it theoretically has an easy fix. So I will be showing up and being like, hey, this thing burns oil. That's gonna cost me oil. That's gonna cost me, that might be a replacement engine down the line or whatever. But theoretically, the fix is as easy as just talking to a mechanic and getting them to drill better holes in the piston heads. Because it turns out the issue is that the piston head holes that drain the oil are just not big enough. They're big enough on a new engine, but on an engine that's had some running done to it, an engine that's seen some life, they're not good enough. Because fuck, I got stuck. Because they get a little gunked up, and the moment they get a little gunked up, the oil can't travel through them anymore. So you just need to. All right, there we go. You just need to have the holes made bigger, or alternatively, you can use aftermarket pistons. You can just buy different pistons that fit this better. But that's not a great idea, if I'm honest. Just aftermarket anything, I feel a little skeeved about. Anything other than an aftermarketed stereo or radio or something like that. That to me doesn't feel as sacrilegious. I'm just trying to kill one of them. I'm about to die. I'm so freaking dead. Oh my, why do they have so much range? Okay, one's dead. One's dead. That helps. That helps. You gotta move forward to give the tier that extra burst of speed. Oh my fucking god, I got jumped. What happened to my range? It must have been the experimental treatment. Okay, yeah. I'm down for a first item that's just universally good. This is not terrible. If I can plant myself and just use it. Not terrible. There we go. Bunch of keys for my trouble. Black Candle is decent. It's more, I feel like Black Candle is more useful. I might be wrong about this, so fact check me. But I feel like Black Candle is just more useful when you're playing a regular game instead of Greed. Because in Greed mode, there's only really one room. You can't get hit by curses that are too bad. And the Devil Deal chance, like if you do the Devil button, that's just guaranteed. Devil or Angel, whatever hits. But still, any item that increases chances evenly across the board does nothing. If it was like higher Devil chance or higher Angel chance separately, that's another thing. That's why I'm talking about exploring the Angel statues, getting the key pieces, because that does affect it. But otherwise, yeah, no. Yeah, hang out with me, baby. Oh god, baby, they put us up against the wall. No, we're good. Okay, good. Yeah. The trick with those guys, and it's not really a trick, Because you just gotta do it the same as you do with all the other enemies. It's just move away and keep shooting. That's the trick. That's the secret. That's what people don't want you to don't want you to know. That's what the millionaires are keeping secret. What? But yeah, that's what I've been thinking about. It's a decent car that's only got 50,000 miles on it, and it's those kinds of cars that, given enough maintenance, they kind of live forever. Is the point of them. A lot of people in car talk communities, subreddits, etc., were just saying, I've only ever worked on cars like these that had 150,000 miles plus. So it's just, if you look after them, they look after you. That's kind of the car that I want. I want also an older car, just because I kind of like the aesthetic of them. Ultimately, if you're gonna get a car, you gotta get a car you like. And it's gonna come down to driving it, because I haven't driven it yet. I haven't even seen it yet in person. I've seen the photos. I like the photos. But this is very much like I'm online dating a car. I've seen the car's Tinder profile. I've seen what they want me to see. Now I gotta go on the date and see if there's got any red flags, any rust in the bottom of it. You imagine a Tinder date and you just show up and you're like, damn girl, let me see, you got a rusty bottom? How's that ass looking? Positively oxidized? Oh no, this metaphor is getting away from me. But I know what I'm saying. I know what I'm saying. It's, oh right, it is just Devil Deal because it is just the first floor. So true. Okay, now having higher range does make a huge difference, because I can just sit a little farther away and not worry. Yep. I was kind of trapped there. It was either take the sitting on or take a tears, and well, I'll be sat on any day of the week. Thank you very much. If that's my options, what are we waiting for? Whoa. I'm still here, aren't I? There we go, double, please. Oh god, lump of coal. Don't do this to me, lump of coal. My beloved lump of coal. Can be controlled mid-air. Yeah, I mean, come on, it's lump of coal. I don't like taking devil deals instead of angel deals in a format as limited as this, but it's lump of coal. Come on. Come on. You gotta forgive me a lump of coal or two. Or three? Oh yeah. Oh god. I mean, I guess I've got the keys for it, and statistically speaking, don't listen to me when I say statistically speaking, because I severely barely passed my stats class when I had to take that in college. But statistically speaking, we should make our money back. And well, we kind of did a little bit. It's better than nothing. That's better. That's a lot better. Ooh, yeah. That's a lot better. Let's see what else is going on here. +2 health, full health. Yeah, raw liver is a good one. Raw liver is a good one. Now the problem is, do I want to take it? It would enable me to be a little more tranquil, big boy word, during this run, and it will also enable me to take some devil deals if needed. So I think I will take it. Yep, it's executive decision. It is done. Now this the troll bombs? I mean, they're near the center of the room, so okay. Well, we're starting off with a bang, as it were. Oh, speaking of starting off with a bang, even though it's not exactly related, I've watched a couple of Muppet movies in the past 24 hours. I don't know why, I just got in the mood for them. So I just started. I watched the second Muppet movie, The Great Muppet Caper. That was very good. And I also watched the 2011 movie, just titled The Muppets. The 2011 one is not that good. Like, okay, it's a good movie, right? It's got a cohesive story. It's got a beginning, middle, and end. It plays nice. I'm sure the kids loved it, etc., etc. It's not a good Muppet movie, though. The Muppets are just like any other children's movie character. They're not the Muppets. They don't have a lot of their mannerisms. They don't have a lot of what they have. Each Muppet is kind of distilled to the one thing that they are. Like Fozzie is distilled to kind of unfunny, does one-liners. Kermit is distilled to the main Muppet, thus devoid of all personality. Miss Piggy is distilled to being a diva. The animal is distilled to drums. Like, it's just the previous Muppet movies, and it's not like I grew up watching the Muppets. It's not like I have a dog in this race. They just feel like each Muppet has a lot more personality. It feels like there's something that was lost in between then and now. And that might be why the Muppets weren't as popular, or why it wasn't as good. Because they just didn't hit as good. The writing didn't feel like it was written as a Muppet movie. There were references to stuff, sure, that I'm sure a lot of people enjoyed. But it wasn't what made the Muppets. To me, anyway. Oh god. I didn't realize he does that. And, oh god. Oh god. Jesus, man. How am I supposed to get out of the way of that? I'm just bad. Okay, let's just agree I'm bad. Sure. Sleeper item. I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. We take a damage up. How am I out here with 6 damage and I'm still not winning this? I'm just not playing my best. I don't know what's going on. Is it worth to check out the room? Maybe. Maybe. Cause I can blow this up. I can open this for free. That's some coins, another bomb. That's 5 coins. I can only buy one thing through this. Plus 1 fire rate. It's not bad. I mean, it's decent. I'll take it. Yeah, the slowing cone, it helps a lot. It's a little erratic the way it moves with the body and not the head. But other than that, it is incredibly useful. You just have to remember to kind of sit there and walk at the enemies instead of away from them, which is very antithetical to how you typically play the rest of the game. But yeah, I don't know. It might also be that the 2011 Muppet movie isn't really, or doesn't really feel like it's about the Muppets. It's about this Walter puppet for whatever reason. I don't fucking know who Walter is. Is Walter a new one? It feels like a new one. I ain't never seen him before. I don't know if he was like a hidden one, like that one bunny that was there next to Mickey Mouse at the start, and we ain't never seen from before. You know, like maybe. I don't know, but as far as I can tell, Walter's just a new addition who can whistle. That's his talent, by the way. That's his bit. Feels like a very meh kind of bit, if you ask me. I don't know. I'm such a hater. I've become such a cynical, such a nostalgic, cynical man. Even though I never watched the Muppets growing up. It wasn't the stuff we had on. We had Sesame Street. We didn't have the Muppets. I didn't grow up with the Muppets. Yeah, I don't know. The dialogue, man. The dialogue just felt so canned. It felt so safe. typically in these movies you get like all these current like constant slapping back and forth, all this constant quipping, all this. It's just missing. It's just missing. And that's kind of fucked up. I don't know, man. I think I need to take a heart here or I'm gonna beef it. Alright, let's try and play smart. Play smart. Yeah, I'm just... I don't know. I don't know why. But I am just kind of disappointed with New Muppets for not being daring enough to be what old Muppets was. It's just... Muppets is a vaudeville show at its core, right? That's what the Muppets are. They're just a troupe, a vaudeville troupe. And their original movies feel also a lot like a vaudeville movie. It's sort of like Marx Brothers, right? It's like it's the same group every time, typically sim or very similar cast of supporting actors. It's the same gang, just playing different roles. So like in one role, is you always have the same power dynamics, quote unquote. Like Groucho's typically the main character, and then there's like the little henchman, and then there's Zeppo being the little preppy, little happy to serve type of guy. That's typically how it goes. And it's just not... It's not the same in the 2011 movie. They're not a vaudeville show. They're just a group of actors. The actors in vaudeville are not the same. And it doesn't feel like the difference was understood. I don't know. I don't know why I'm out here putting together this comprehensive analysis of everything wrong with the 2011 Muppets movie, because I'm sure there's already a 3-hour YouTube video essay about it that probably makes very different points that I make, but ultimately is correct. But in my heart of hearts, it just doesn't feel like the same. It doesn't feel like a Muppets movie. And I can't explain it. I can't tell you why. I couldn't tell you why if you asked. Yeah, I think we're gonna take this. The damage up is too tempting not to take, and we get our investment back with the Black Heart. Ah, tasty. All right. Okay, another... it's working towards spun. That's not bad. And the range, honestly, yeah, range is needed. We need range. Just gonna blow up the pots more than anything. Yeah, for some coins, sure. Ooh, this could be a lot of cash if we blow these guys up. Yeah, there we go. That's basically an item right there. Familiars deal double damage. That's not bad. If I have not terrible fire rate, but I kind of would need to improve it somehow. Let's try and re-roll. Range. Damage multiplier range. It is discounted, so you kind of have to. Plus tiers, plus range. There we go. When you hit a streak, oh, it's all black hearts also. When you hit a good streak with these discounted items, oh man, that's like me. There we go. There we go. That's like me lunch maxing at the Kroger. When you hit a streak with the discounted items, the salad, ooh, that's discounted. The probiotic soda also discounted. $2 instead of 3 something. The absolute thieves. Then the little chocolate treat or whatever, a little Kit Kat bar or whatever like that, also discounted 99 cents. Hell yeah, hell yeah. And the bananas, that's negligible price, like 20 cents, 20 pence. That's what I'm talking about. Get a full nutritious meal with a little treat to yourself for under $5. That's what I'm talking about. Just go. You can catch me. I got stuck. You can catch me prowling the friggin' aisles of the Kroger every day. I'm like an SCP. I'm just walking around, with a basket full of discounted items, so no one grabs them before I'm ready to make my decision. And then I go through and I make my decision and I put everything back. Okay, I'm not like one of those psychopaths you see where you see a bunch of bananas with the HDMI cable next to them. That's not what I do. All right, I take it nice and slow. I do it the right way. But I do kind of hog the items. That is my one flaw. I see like a discounted salad. I'm like, I'd take this, but let's see if the boar's head sandwiches are discounted. And let's see what the stock market is saying about the Lala yogurt drinks. Let's see what the opening market. Let's see what they look like on open. One of my biggest pet peeves is there's 2 different places you can get the soda from at the market. There's 2 places that have the canned stuff. One that's just regular place, you know, regular drinks aisle. And then there's another place that's more like the juice, the healthy drinks, whatever. And that area, oh, you again, you piece of shit. Okay, yeah, now I've got enough speed I can actually move away from him. It's not so bad. Oh, baby. Sulfur? Yeah. You kinda gotta take sulfur. How does that even work with the Monstros? I mean, I guess we'll see, but... Is it worth to grab this instead of 3 keys? Probably. 15, that's 3 keys going forward. Now, the next thing we need to be on the lookout for is something that lets us charge this item twice and use it twice. That way I can have Mega Brimstone for greed. Is that greedy? Yes, of course, but that's the name of the game, so... Don't hate the player, hate the game. Hate the game name. There we go. No crawl space. Tears up, size down, soul heart. Very nice. No secret room here. No secret room here. Fascinating. Didn't give me a notification again, just happened to check Discord. That is crazy. Do you maybe is your phone maybe trying to optimize your notifications by being like, hey, you don't check this or you haven't been here for a while, we'll just not give you notifications. That could be. I need to change how I'm firing. There we go. I need to remember to let go for a little bit because I'm not doing that. There we go. Oh, it feels so good. Mega Brimstone feels so good. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Mega Brimstone. We're here for the run. How you doing, Rune? How's the Sunday going? I just had a full spiel about cars. I talked about the Muppets movies. I talked about the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And we're only 43 minutes in, man. Something about Isaac just brings out all the topics. I'm like a talking head on an evening newscast. And I made a promise earlier. I got 3 Twitch notifications this morning. Damn. My ass is getting shadow banned. I'm almost at Leviathan. Is that worth? I think Leviathan is actually kind of worth. Well, I'm not really using keys for anything these days, but... Yeah. Yeah, give me Leviathan. That's flight. That's... Yeah. Leviathan feels good. I should read that. I bought the full Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy like yesterday. I've started reading it. I'm up to page 60. Don't make fun. I'm not a very fast reader, all right? But I've been having a decent amount of fun with it, honestly. It's just been a little different to what I'm used to, and I was mentioning it earlier, but in many ways it feels like like the predecessor to a lot of current media that feels better. I don't know how else to explain it. It just feels like what was started with Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy has been perfected down the line. And I think it also probably shines best in its original medium, which was a radio show. It was one of those shows that's like an audio drama type thing. And I'm sure a lot of the stuff comes through a lot better with that, the sort of like the cheeky narrator, etc., etc. Don't really doesn't really come across as well on written paper. It's still a fun read. I'm still having fun. Don't get me wrong. It just doesn't feel the best. And I was comparing it to this podcast that I've been known to listen to called Midnight Burger. That does a lot of the similar things. It's like this nonsensical sort of funny space with arbitrary rules, physics that doesn't quite compute, etc., etc. It's all very tongue-in-cheek. It's all very, very Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. But I feel like it does it better because probably it learned from what Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy did originally, and it's just learned how to do it differently and maybe better. It's standing on the shoulders of that giant that is Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. But anyway, it might also just be that I'm not used to reading so many books because recently, would an audiobook achieve that effect? Kind of. I feel like there's an undercurrent right now of audiobooks kind of doing this thing where they try to be more like audio dramas, because an audiobook, strictly speaking, is just someone narrating the book to you. But now they're starting to do this thing where they add sound effects. They add a lot of superfluous stuff that doesn't necessarily, that's just it's just mentioned in the book. It was raining, and then you start to hear like a pitter patter of rain in the audiobook. And that's just from an influence of audio dramas. And it's not to say that, audio dramas are the new audiobook, because as far as I know, that sounds off-putting. Oh, you can give it a try. I don't know if you're in the habit of listening to podcasts, but Lord knows I am, because lab work is a lot of sitting there and doing work that you can kind of automate for yourself in many ways. So I do have a long list of audio dramas that are good and good to listen to, and that have actual payoff. Looking at you, freaking Tower 4. Don't get me started on Tower 4, man. Tower 4 was such a disappointing audio drama because it started so good. It was very... Have you ever played or heard of Firewatch? If you haven't, it's fine because it doesn't really break anything in this analogy. But it's basically Firewatch, the podcast. Firewatch is this video game about this guy that is not entirely happy with how his life is going. I don't know if he's got marital issues, etc., etc. He decides to take up a post as a Firewatch community member. So it's basically you just post up in a tower that keeps watch over a chunk of the forest, and you keep an eye out for fires and the like. And if a fire breaks out, you have someone you report to. But it's a very sort of, you're just there for a few months in the middle of the forest. It's just you in a tower and talking to potentially no one. But in the game, you talked to this other girl that is watching a tower that you can barely see in the distance. But it's that kind of like loneliness, being out in the forest, talking to someone that only is on radio. It's a very fun game, and I would strongly recommend, if you're in the habit at all of playing games, that you go play it yourself. Because I've already seen a full playthrough, and it is the kind of game where that kind of ruins the experience for you. Like, I know how it ends, and it only really has one ending, and it has, like, kind of a surprise. It has kind of a twist. So it's the kind of thing where I wouldn't get anything out of playing it, really, other than just having a bit of fun. But I strongly suggest it for yourself, if you like playing games at all. Where is he? Oh, here. Steam wishlisted. Hell yeah. Yeah. It's a fun game. It's a good game. But yeah, Tower 4 tries to do very, very similarly. This is such a good item for greed mode. Look at my damage. Jumped up by 4. Jumped up by freaking 4. Now, the thing is, I would ideally re-roll some of this. There we go. That's exactly what I wanted. That's perfect. Perfect. And before we leave, let us use this once. That way we have the Eternal Heart and we gain a health when we enter the next floor. Exactly as planned. But yeah, Tower 4 does that because the whole thing where it's just you and it's a lot of ambient noises and it's a lot of, you know, just talking to someone on the radio. It lends itself very well to audio storytelling, right? It's not a surprise that they did something similar. Problem is, they just started to they fell to the trap that a lot of these stories do online, where it's like there's a payoff or there's supposed to be a payoff, and it just gets, it's just convolution upon convolution. It just keeps going and going and going, and they keep building this mystery and there's barely any payoff. If you've ever watched Lost, the TV show, it's kind of that. They kind of build a mystery and they kind of tease you with it. They kind of give you that sort of, ooh, there's gonna be a big thing, and then you're just left there like, no, actually it wasn't that cool. Nothing really interesting happened. The mystery, by the way, and shut your ears if you don't want to hear it, but at some point they discover there is an underground government facility filled with vampires. Like, it's not related to anything about anything. It's just a guy in a forest where slightly creepy things are happening, things that he can't quite explain, blah 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 blah. And then suddenly, underground government facility filled with vampires. I'm sorry, like, it feels like that definitely wasn't planned, right? You don't plan for an underground government facility filled with vampires. Because if you planned for that, if that was your plan all along... Hang on. Yes, please. Is there a secret room here? Yes, there is. It's a little risky. Don't got pickups in greed mode. That is true, but it is damage up still. I'm a greedy boy for damage ups. Reading a book right now that's set in the universe of my favorite podcast, but it's kind of hard to get through because it doesn't have the voice acting and music. Exactly, so you know kind of what I'm talking about. What podcast is that, by the way, that you listen to? Because I'm always on the lookout for a good podcast. The Dollop is my mainstay. Dollop is the one I always return to. But I'm always looking for audio dramas. Well, oh, welcome to Night Vale. Of course, of course. There's one, actually, I super strongly recommend. And if you're a fan of Critical Role at all, they bought the podcast and they're doing a little animated YouTube series on it. So they're just basically reposting the old podcast with these still animated shots of it. But it's called Midst. It's sort of in the midst of something. Midst. It's so good. Season 3, the final season, is dropping soon, or might have already started dropping. I need to check. But it's so fucking good. It is told in a collaborative style between 3 narrators, and they just bounce off each other so well. And it's dreamy, man. It is just dreamy. I just very strongly recommend it. And it, once again, it does the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy thing, where it's a bizarre universe that plays by its own rules that you kind of have to learn if you want to be in the... Yeah, for sure. But it is such a good podcast. Midst, once again. Just repeating now for the audience at home. Frickin' do yourself a favor and go listen to Midst. It is so good. My god. I remember I started listening to it in the lab because I was just recommended it by the r/audio drama subreddit, which if you're interested in stuff like Welcome to Night Vale, that's a good one. I haven't touched Night Vale in a month. Hell yeah. You should. But yeah, Midst is incredibly good. Very, very strong recommend. And you will not regret it. Aw, give me a coin. Give me a coin. Come on, come on, come on, come on, guy. Okay, those guys can give me a coin, maybe. And then, yeah, and then we pop it. It gives damage up. It gives mega brimstone. Hitting him with it from across the room. Every time you pop it, it gives you a little bit more damage. Incredibly good, incredibly useful. This guy is so dead. Oh yeah, it's so good. This fight is so won. When he spawns all the coins, it's perfect because you just explode them on him. And then you keep getting damage. The more damage you have, the faster your item charges. I'm a perpetual motion machine, baby. Ow. Don't do that. Oh, the notifications are off. What the hell? Turn them on. What the hell? Honestly, when you're on, like, if you're watching on the phone or some kind of touchscreen device, it is honestly easy to accidentally do that because you're just viewing someone's channel and they have the little notification thing on the side and you just accidentally press it. Turn them back on. Don't worry. Hell yeah. Evil Eye has appeared in the basement. Let me go grab my coins. Let's not leave quite yet. Let's explode these guys. Coin, mayhaps? Coin. I wasted one of those coins, but that's okay. Alright, now look, we feed the machine. Get some unlocks. Hopefully it does not get stuck. Eve now hoards the razor blade. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, it got stuck. It's okay. We got a good 60 coins into there. Alright. Yeah. If you have other podcast recommendations, definitely give them to me, and not just put them in chat, but also put them in the Discord, because I will 100% forget. But yeah, I can also shoot you some podcast recommendations that I have. You only listen to Night Vale. I get that. I only really listen to... I've already done greed mode with this guy. Let's just try to unlock new stuff. Who haven't I done? Yeah, Judas. That's fine. We can do Judas. We love podcast recommendations, actually. Hell yeah. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna look at my podcast app right now, and then this show... Hang on, I'm just updating the stream title. Done. I'm going to just go and look through my podcast list, and I'm gonna tell you which ones are good and which ones are not very good. Oh, one I actually really like, Victoriosity. It does kind of, it's got the sort of the witty, yeah, that is how it's spelled. Victoriosity. It's like Victorian atrocity, basically. Or that's the one. So it's Victoriosity. Strongly suggested. It's got that sort of like sassy English style writing. I know it's got a name, but I don't remember what it is right now. Another one that's very good is Sherlock and Co. That one is pretty good. And the third rec I'll give you right now is Modes of Thought in Antaran Literature. If you're saying, hey, that sounds like a college class, what the fuck? It's because it basically is. It's presumably, it's audio recordings of a college level class into this civilization called Antera. But the thing is, the professor is the only person practically in the world that is convinced that Antera exists. So he's giving a lecture on a civilization that pretty much everyone else agrees does not exist. And everyone is pretty freaked out by the fact that he is so adamant that it does. But it's just... It feels like you're listening to a college lecture. It feels like they're talking about customs, they're talking about how it relates, they're talking about parallelisms with like Adam and Eve stories, etc., etc. They're connecting it to real world events in history, but they're making it to be, it's like it's false. It's all fake, and it's so well made. It does. I have, to be fair, only listened to it up to a certain point, and there is a solid chance that it does go the way of Tower 4 a little bit, because when I stopped listening, it became a bit less sort of a dry college lecture, which, sure, dry college lecture might not be exactly your cup of tea when it comes to podcasts, but that one was a very good sort of appeal to it. That's sort of what you like to listen to, because it feels like you're learning history when you're actually not. And it was going into a bit more of a drama thing, but it was still very good. It's still very, very good. What else to say? There was if you haven't followed it yet, I was talking about it earlier. Not yesterday, Jesus. Midnight Burger. Midnight Burger is the one that is very close to Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy IMO. It feels very similar in how it is written and how the characters are. Midnight Burger, you did? Okay. I give that one, I strongly suggest. If you can pick it up, I would. None of, I mean, okay. Crackjacks might not be a bad idea, just to get my health up a little bit. Midnight Burger. Yeah, Midnight Burger is very, very good. And I need to go back and listen to more of it. But yeah, I'm just such a repository of podcasts because lab work, this is a well-kept secret, but once you know how to do a protocol, every following time you have to do the protocol, it's just like, it's rote muscle memory memorization. It's there's not a lot of skill connected to it, at least doesn't feel like there is. It's sort of, you know how to do it, so you know how to do it, so you do it. That's it. So I just put on the protocol like on my phone app to make sure I'm actually doing it right. And then I just freaking start tuning out to some Midnight Burger, to some whatever, and it's good. It's very good. Strong recommend. But yes, Are you at all interested in horror recommendations? Because I have some. I'm not a huge into horror podcasts because the problem is that if you're doing delicate lab work and and suddenly you get jump scared by a podcast, you can ruin an experiment. So it's not good for me, but I have a few saved up that I could send your way. You are. Okay. Okay. I'll dredge them up. I think one of the most popular ones is Malevolent. The creepy quiet horror. Malevolent is creepy quiet horror for the most part. It just has very, very good audio design. So it's the kind of thing where they're in a situation and you just feel freaked the fuck out because of it. Malevolent is good. And it's fun because the conceit of it, the premise is that it's a private investigator or detective or something like that that got mixed up in some demon summoning type thing. So so a demon has control of his eyes and the stuff. So basically it takes place inside of the detective's head where the demon is telling him what he is seeing. So then that sort of helps make the conceit of the show feel very, very intuitive. It helps you integrate into it very easily because it's a podcast, so they have to tell you what is happening, but the demon is telling him what is happening. So it's this extra layer of like, you are him, you are in this world. And it has very good audio design. I started listening to it and I just had to stop because I was getting freaked out in full daylight in my laboratory. So if that's what you're into, I would say listen to Malevolent. And the dude that created it is pretty active in r/audio drama. He posts like, thank you for X amount of downloads. I can't believe this little project of mine has become such a big. So, you know, seems like a very genuine good dude. Yeah, I figured you'd be into the horror stuff. The way you have your little shelf of skulls and whatnot. It just felt appropriate, so I thought I should ask. Bought the wildebeest skull. Hell yeah. Where are you gonna put it? Like, do you have a lot of room in your house for random skulls? The 9th and the 16th. Oh, hell yeah. Now, I guess my question is this like a farmed wildebeest skull, or is it like a it was found out in the desert, like a typical one of them? Is it just something like they just have wildebeest and they're like, well, since we're selling these for steak anyway, we might as well get something out of the skulls? Or what's the deal with that? Wall above your desk. Oh, hell yeah. From population regulation. That's, you know, I get it. We have that in Spain, at least in my area. The boar population gets out of control every couple years, so the government's just like, hunters, go do your thing. And they just have free leave to go hunt boars for a while, which I'm sure they love to do. And from what I hear, boar is pretty tasty. Lump of coal. You know, it's a good run when we start with lump of coal in the first couple floors. You know that. Oh, hell yeah. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, lump of coal, my beloved. Real quick, let me just shoot out a text. Because my girlfriend is in charge of ordering us a pizza tonight. But last time I saw her, she was absolutely engrossed with a coloring book. in the in the living room. So I don't know if she's still just there hyper focusing on it. Just trudging along, filling in the color. She's like, I mean, I get it's a coloring book, but she's putting together a very pretty bunch of flowers. I'm very impressed. How different boar tastes from pork? That's a good question. I have to imagine it's like, it's a little like Himalaya. Finally, that's a good item. It's a little gamier, no? One of like the one of the big things for Spanish people is like the cured meats. You have like a cured meat from boar, from acorn fed boar. Oh, oh, that's sort of the highest degree of cured meat you can have, of jamón ibérico. Jamón de bellota. Acorn fed. Yeah. It's sort of like, you know, just a place with a bunch of acorns, because they love to eat acorns, and it makes the meat. Oh, they taste good, man. There's this one place back home. I've never really gone into it, but it's in the middle of this sort of market street, and they just are full of cured meats. It's like a charcuterie, but they just have so many legs of cured ham, just dripping salty fat into little receptacles. And oh my god, you walk past and it's just such a whiff of paradise. It just makes you, it doesn't matter when you had your last meal, that shit will have you salivating. Oh my god. Oh, just even thinking about it just made my mouth kind of full, man. That sounds excellent. It is excellent. It is so good. I miss it so much. That's the main thing, man. The one thing I miss, not even necessarily about Spain, but about Europe, or maybe just generally speaking about not the US. This feeling that food tastes better because it's got less stuff in it. It just feels more authentic. And it also just feels like it's not out to get you. Like eating food doesn't feel like such a freaking, like a terrifying thing. Like out here, whenever I'm buying a brand that I haven't bought before, I spend so much time doing my due diligence, making sure they're not poisoning me, making sure they're not adding stuff in there that's gonna harm me or people that eat this. So much stuff in here just has whatever the hell. It's scary, honestly. I had to download this app that can scan a barcode, and then if the item is in the registry, it'll tell you what is in the item, if it's good or it's healthy, and if there's better alternatives, etc., etc. I'll need to fish up the app again, because I changed phones and I didn't reinstall it. I need to find what it was, but it was a pretty useful app to have. Mountain Dew. Okay, I've had Mountain Dew. I don't get the deal with it. I don't get what it's about. Okay, these are both contributing to the Leviathan transformation. So I grab this. Leviathan transformation. Hell yeah. Is radioactive Sprite. I've had, okay, the one thing I've had, because, I mean, talking about how food is, like, certain food is not good for you, etc., etc. Did I have Taco Bell for lunch today? Sure. Yes. But my point still stands. And as I was ordering it, I see on the menu the Baja Blast. And I'm like, I don't get it. I've had the Baja Blast before. It just tastes like kind of nothingy. It tastes like watered down Sprite. It tastes like if Spry and LaCroix did a collab. It didn't taste good. I don't know. I don't know if I should even be doing this the way this is hidden. A damage up, concussive tears. Actually, I take it all back. It was very good. Not gonna lie, I really like Baja Blast when I've had a very unique flavor. That's okay, that's the other thing. Like, there's people out there that swear by the Baja Blast, but it's such a divisive thing. It sort of is the dress blue and black or white and gold. It's like, do you like Baja Blast? Because my girlfriend doesn't really like them. My girlfriend's sister in love with Baja Blast. So it's like it's just such a weird. It feels like a very, very personal thing. It's like those people that, for whom cilantro tastes like soap. Kind of feels similar to that. It's just like there's just a subset of the population that are absolutely going bananas for Baja Blast. Interesting? What do you mean interesting? Interesting, this sort of this divisive spread of the Baja Blast? The bimodal distribution of Baja Blast enjoyment. It's not a fully yes no, it's just two dedicated camps, a massive yes, a massive no, and nothing in the middle. Baja Blast is mid. It's not even that it's, yeah, I guess I was gonna say it's not even that it's mid, but it's, yeah, it doesn't feel like it's bad. It feels LaCroix-y to me, which is it's a weird comparison to make because my girlfriend does not like Baja Blast, in love with LaCroix. So, you know, we all have our faults, and I forgive her for hers. But yeah, it's just LaCroix is not great. It doesn't taste like much of anything, right? But that's kind of what a Baja Blast feels to me. It just tastes like kind of a watered down something. It feels like it's trying to be a thing, and it's not quite achieving it. It's trying to put the idea of a flavor into your mouth. It's trying to incept you into flavor, and it's not quite doing it. That's sort of what that feels like to me. That's what a Baja Blast does to me. Pizza is getting here in 25 minutes. Rejoice, people, rejoice. Baja blasted by a massive fucking headache? What? A soda is giving you a headache? That's not good. Does it have caffeine in it or something? Caffeine, see, I'm drinking a Diet Coke right now, and I think I'm going to regret it because I don't drink coffee at all. I don't drink caffeine really anywhere. But the sort of, whenever I'm ordering food at one of these places that have the option for it, a Diet Coke, Diet Pepsi is such a little guilty pleasure for me. And I think I'm going to regret it because I have spent nights wide awake wondering why the fuck I can't go to bed and realizing, oh, because I had a Diet Coke with my lunch. I had a Diet Coke 12 hours ago, so I can't sleep now. That's happened to me. That's happened to me. And real quick, let me go turn on the lights. Because this door, I'll say. Ah, there we go. Oh my god, I've been impacted by caffeine kind of the way it's intended exactly once? Huh. Okay, and a soul heart. Very good. 15 minutes and getting me an insane amount of energy. What I used to do, I don't really do it anymore because it gives me horrible heartburn because I'm old. I'm decrepit and old. But I used to, when I was flying from Spain to the US or vice versa, Sci-Fly. I've been having some luck with Sci-Fly lately. I haven't seen Sci-Fly in years, and suddenly it's everywhere I look. But, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, I used to, when I was on the plane, they would be like, do you want anything to drink? And I'd be like, yeah, just give me an espresso. Just a cup of espresso. Because that way, it just kind of threw my sleeping into such disarray. It wasn't fighting jet lag. It was just kind of like a hard reset. It was like I pressed and held the power button on my circadian rhythm for 4 seconds. And it returned to factory setting, basically. That's what I used to do. I don't do it anymore because anything I eat on planes, especially something as strong as coffee, will give me terrible heartburn. Which is lame as shit. Honestly. But yeah, that's sort of that. Yeah, used to be my secret little trick. Oh god. Okay, I live, bitch. I live, bitch. $99 coins. That's loser behavior. I know. I'm so sorry. I don't know how else to put it. I'm just an old man now. I just enjoy finer things in life. Yeah, please. Yeah, damage up. I don't want to grab too many items because I don't have coins for when I'm done. But yeah, I used to have, actually. It's kind of weird. But streaming cured some tummy problems for me. Because I used to have, and this is like a weird thing to be talking about on stream, but I used to have this form of social anxiety that would result in like digestive problems. Just basically I would feel like I felt very discomforted. It wasn't even like the feeling like, oh my god, I need to rush to the bathroom. It was just the feeling of I just don't feel good. I would rather feel like this at home than outside, basically. Which was just my brain being silly, being like, I don't want to be out here. Let's go home. So I had that, but then ever since I started streaming, it's sort of this forcing myself to be out there type of thing. It's been huge. It's helped a lot. So ever since I started doing that, it's not only improved my public speaking to a degree, I say as I stutter, but it's also kind of improved that whole problem I used to have. That does make sense. Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. That's pretty cool. It is. I thought it was. It really actually helped me. Now at work, to be fair, I don't do a lot of presentations at my job because I'm just a little lab assistant and my boss likes to present his research himself a lot of the time. But whenever I do it, there's a market improvement. It's very weird because I used to be very good at public speaking in Spain. But when I came to the US, I suddenly stopped being able to speak in public. It's probably, I mean, definitely something to do with the fact that I'm speaking in a language that's not my native language. So of course that kind of hurt the public speaking, but it kind of hurt my confidence also, which I was not expecting it to do. But yeah, and then I just got better. Now I speak in public just fine. Oh god, oh god, oh my fucking god, this room. Chill the fuck out. Alright, that's better. That's better. God, that first batch of enemies was out for my blood. Even with Sci-Fly taking all the hits for me. Nothing. Alright, there we go. My god, man. You know what the problem is? If I die in the fight, I'm gonna have to redo it like 9 times. Did I have to learn scientific jargon in both languages? Well, that was kind of the thing, right? Like when I first came to the US, I had because my country, not really my country, but like the region in my country that I'm in is so fucking extra, and the school I was in was partly government funded, so they wanted to go the extra mile. They forced you to have a class outside of English, right? Because we learned English, of course. But it's like they wanted you to have a class outside of English that was also taught in English. And for us, at least in the first year, that was chemistry. Which is a wild thing to do, to teach high school chemistry in English suddenly, when you've not done that before. But it did kind of help me with getting used to a lot of the scientific methods. Like a lot of what I was expected to learn, a lot of what is, you know, it was fine. It was good in many respects. But of course, when I first came to the US, it was also a lot of... I just need to do this now. It was also a lot of, for at least the first 3-4 months, just constant, like, sorry, can you repeat that? Sorry, I didn't get that. Sorry, you know, it was just a lot of asking people to repeat themselves, which didn't feel great, you know? It felt like, okay, just freaking pop up right on top of me, asshat. There, get freaking orb. God, I'm gonna die. There. But once I got past that hurdle, actually, it wasn't so bad. Okay, well, at this point, I might as well take everything. Finish the coloring. Oh, hell yeah. Forgot about asshat. What, you spawned me outside now? Since when? Since when, bastard? Do I want a bomb? I don't even have a bomb. That's not even in the equation. I'm gonna have to buy it's a coloring book page. I was talking about it earlier. So Rune's got skin in the game. Rune wants to know about the flowers. Yeah. Send them. Show us the goods. Show us the goods. Ooh, a bomb. Thank you. You shouldn't have. Okay, a couple of spirit hearts. Very nice. Honestly, give me another one. And let's blow up these clowns. For some monetary gain. For some nefarious monetary gain. Oh. There's not much of... Yeah, I'm just gonna grab some more hearts so I can survive, basically. Then give me a bit of cash and off we pop. I have to go to bed like right now. That's okay. I need to leave after this boss fight, so it's fine. It works. But yeah, please send it in the Discord. Have a nice pizza. Oh, you best believe. Best believe is gonna be a good pizza. Oh man. Like, now that I've been talking about pizza, I made the horrible mistake. I don't know if you're still out here, Emma, but I made the terrible mistake of talking about that one store in my hometown that smells like cured ham. Like, you can walk past it and it just smells freaking delicious. And now I'm just sitting here like, oh, I'm so hungry. Oh my god, in Curse of Darkness, the floor looks so sick. The accents on the floor, my guy, Greed, Mr. Greed. Yeah. I mean, honestly, Sci-Fly is making this run. If I have to give a reason, if someone's doing this for me, it's Sci-Fly. God. Yeah, I don't know if I survive this, honestly. If I die, I might just call it there. Because I am not doing this shit 8 fucking times over. On the whole, at least it's not greedier mode. At least I haven't unlocked that shit yet. So there is that. But he is getting faster. He's getting angrier. Sleep tight rune. Hell yeah. I saw on my phone a little pop-up saying you'd sent it. I'm gonna check it out in a second. I mean, I can check it out IRL. What the hell? Why am I looking at a photo of the Mona Lisa when I can see the real thing? Why am I looking at, you know, when I can go talk to Da Vinci and ask what the hell he was thinking? Where are the fucking eyebrows? Is she smiling? What are her hands doing? There's just things we need to know. Yeah. Sci-Fly got me. If no one else got me, I know Sci-Fly got me. Oh god, the floor does look so freaking sick with the Curse of Darkness. I was pissed off that I had Curse of Darkness for this floor. Honestly, not anymore. Curse of Darkness feels so cool. And he's almost dead, he's almost dead, he's almost dead. We actually did it. Handsomely, too. My shadow has appeared in the basement. We can explode you. Yeah, you're the only one that I think might spawn some coins. Yeah, let's go. All right. So it ended well. All's well that ends well. Gonna dump all this cash in here, and while that's happening, ooh, greedier mode. There we go. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to see more, I stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, 5 to 7 p.m. Pacific time. I haven't been keeping to that schedule very well lately, but I promise I will. Until the 17th, when I won't, because I have a driving test. And then weekends, as I can. And that's sort of it from me. Thank you very much for watching. I don't know if there's anyone to be rated. Let's check it out. No, not really. So let's just call it here. Thank you very much for watching once again. And I will see you next time. Bye bye.